Uma sesikhuluma nodaba lwena emadube ngokukhethekile ke lapho ngasiphi-ke isikhathi umnumzana uLongwe Twala ke nanoma sekashilo-ke lapho-ke silawashona-ke umnumzana advocate ngomezulu okuwukuthi-ke lapho-ke mayelana ney'nsolo ezade ayikhuluma-ke ukuthi uLongwe Twala naye-ke walimala ngelanga lesigameko wathola udutshulwa nawe enyaweni lakhe-ke bathi umuntu ongakhona kuthatha esimeni esiqondile noma esimeni esikahle sokuthi afike alekelele inkosi enkantolo futhi nenkantolo mayelana nodaba lolo ukuthi uLongwe Twala.
Not necessarily, my lord. I agree he can play a role, but to say perhaps he might be the only option that you can look at, no. Because you can look at, for example, the lady that is there, Miss Kelly, Miss Zandi Kumalo, who was there. She's there, you can see on the video. Obviously, the editors from ENCA, hence the request was made, they'll be able to indicate when was this footage taken. But since we are dealing with a docket that covers the date of the 26th all the way, when statements were made, in particular on the 27th, you'll be able to somewhere place Mr. Longwe Twala either at the crime scene or when he was disposing his affidavit to the police on the 27th. Insofar as his condition is concerned, I'm referring now to be responding in relation to what Mr. Mngomezulu is saying, because this is important, to say he shot himself. So independently from this, we can place him going to the police. The statement was taken on the 27th, commissioned. No utterances or assertions are made that he was injured. He came there limping and so forth. In fact, to show the accuracy of the police, my lord, the accuracy of the police, Mr. Tumelo Madala was wearing a cast, and he was on crutches. Now, if you look at the docket, you will see that it comes out clear that if there was anyone injured wearing a cast, it is actually Mr. Madala. Hence, even the crutches that he was using, some of them were taken for DNA analysis. That is insofar as someone that could have been injured in the leg, you could find in the docket. You do not find such when it comes to Mr. Longwe Twala. So I'm saying, yes, he can play a role, but he cannot be the only one. There are a lot of supporting.
Let's get the interpreter to interpret. I think that's almost a page.
My apologies.
Yeah, hold it there. Then you'll proceed thereafter.
Okay, no, sorry.
So thank you, Council. Thank you, Brigadier. So umbuzo la kuBrigadier GININDA uyasho khona ukuthi akuyena kuphela uLongwe Twala ongabuya alekelele inkosi enkantolo phecelezi nodaba lombuzo oqhamukile oqhamuka kwa-advocate MNISI nodaba lole video lena kathi uma ngabuka ngaphakathi kwevideo lena khona ke uLongwe Twala ke futhi wesimama kuZandi Twala ke futhi athi abantu abangabuya balekelele inkosi enkantolo phecelezi alombuzo kade awukhulumile noma kade noma mara nodaba lenkulumo eqhamukiswa noma insolo kade aqhamuka umnumzana ongomezulu sile washona-ke ukuthi uLongwe Twala nakhe wadutshulwa bese wathola udutshulwa enyaweni lakhe-ke bese walimala bese waba yisiqhwala-ke ngelanga lange-26 lapho-ke athi uZandi futhi nabonondaba abaqhamuka ngaphansi kwenkampani yase-ENCA athi nabo-ke ibona-ke abangakhona ukuba sesimeni esiqondile noma esimeni esikahle ekuthizeni balekelele inkosi enkantolo phecelezi nodaba lombuzo noma nodaba lwenkulumo eqhamuka lapho u-advocate Mngomezulu nensolo khona-ke athi insolo wazithola ngesikhathi lesi bekenza ukusesha kwecala lapho-ke athi futhi umuntu abangasho thina-ke walimala lapho-ke noma kade alimele uTumelo Madlala ngoba kade afake usamende kuyena-ke enyaweni futhi kade ahamba ngamakrashi-ke athi futhi ilukuzana intonga lezi kade asebenzisa lapho nomhlaba amakrashi kade asebenzisa lapho-ke ulukuzana uTumelo Madlala-ke athi bawathatha zathathwa bese zahamba bayokwenza lapho ama-DNA analysis ukuthi ukuhlola kulukuzana kwalamakrashi wakhe uTumelo Madlala.
Thank you, Brigadier. Now let's come home now. Does the state have a problem in calling Longwe Twala to come and give substance towards what is happening or on what is happening on that clip of a video?
As a good piece, I think we did touch on this aspect yesterday, that It is the discretion of the state to call the witnesses who can assist the court regarding the issues that are in dispute. If the state doesn't call any witness, that witness will be made available to the defense. It's not for a witness to give an opinion on that.
That's a bit ironic, my lord, when the state says it is not for this witness to give an opinion. Throughout this witness's testimony, he has been giving opinions. The state cannot be allowed to appropriate and reprobate. When it fits the state, the witness is not allowed to give an opinion. But when it does not, when it fits the state, the witness is allowed to give an opinion. But in other circumstances, the witness is not allowed to give an opinion. It does not work out like that. You cannot have your cake, you cannot eat your cake and still have it. It does not work out like that, man.
It's not about giving an opinion, it's about calling off a witness. Calling off a witness, my lord, it's the duty of the state, the prosecuting counsel. It's not the discretion of the investigating officer. The investigating officer, all that he does is to assemble the evidential material, put it to the disposal of the prosecuting counsel. Prosecuting counsel decides which witness to call. It is therefore unfair of Advocate MNISI to ask the investigating officer as to why is Mr. Longwe not being called.
I thought this was a team. Now I realize it's no longer a team. Thank you, Brigadier. Got no further questions to you. There are other avenues that we basically explore in seeing to it that justice is not only done, but is seen to be done. Thank you, Brigadier.
Thank you, Advocate.
Family, I'm back again. I want to show you what is happening in this video, that the most protected person in South Africa now is Longwe Twala. He's even protected like he's got the status of a president. When you watch this video, you can see anytime Longwe's name is uttered by the defense, they jump up and down. They make sure that he's never close to that court to ever come and testify. This shows that there's a lot of things that is being hidden. You know, in such cases, when you see such things, it's when you realize that you have to follow the money. Because it's when you will realize who has paid what. Because you can see that there's a lot of brown envelope that is working here. So, as to why Longwe is being protected in such a way, he in that court, he has a status of a president. They don't want anything to do with Longwe to come close to that court. They make sure. That's why they even brought up this video to show us that, okay, this is what we can, how close we can bring Longwe into this court, bringing this short clip from ENCA, which has got no meaning at all. Because if they wanted to prove their point, they should have brought, because he's not dead, he's alive. Why is he so protected? What are they scared of? You can see such problems. When you see such problems, you see people protecting somebody like this. You must know that you have to, when you start to investigate those people, you have to start with investigating their bank accounts and everything so that you can get exactly what is happening here. You know, in every case, when you want to catch on somebody, follow the money. Because there's something wrong with this case. Why is Longwe so... Because when you listen, when they talk about the pictures that were found in Longwe's phone, Kelly's phone, and accused number 3, but why are they not making him a suspect too, like they did to Kelly? So this shows how much Longwe is so protected. When you listen to the explanation from Brigadier GININDA explaining that, you can see. And Baloyi jumped when, before MNISI finished his cross-examination, when he uttered the name of Longwe. Oh my God, what really happened there? He had to jump to show that this case, there's a lot of corruption that is in this case, and we need to follow the money. That is the reason that will give us closure to this case. Because if Longwe is being protected from coming close to this court, there's a lot to be said. Whoever will ever investigate this case or exactly what happened, they must follow the money. From Brigadier, Baloyi, and all others who are involved. Because you cannot you cannot risk your work by protecting an individual in such a crime. What kind of nonsense is this that is happening in this case? Family, what do you think about this kind of protection that we see there? Longwe is protected. He is protected as if he's got the status of a president or a leader of a certain political party, whereby everybody wants to protect that leader because of what he is doing for their own party and the president of a country. That is exactly status that they have given Longwe Twala. Is an untouchable. Please drop your comment as you have watched this video. Then tell us what you think about the protection of Longwe Twala. Will we ever get justice for Senzo Meyiwa if an individual can be protected in this manner? I wonder how much was laba babhadalwa ngabe babhadalwa umalini, because lapha kudlala imali la kufuna ukuthi masebaqala baphenywa labantu laba aboGININDA nabo boBALOI kufuna kucondwe ema-bank account abo kubuke ukuthi imali ingena iphumaphi kwenzakalani, izinto abanazo bazithole kanjani, le standard abasiphilayo sihambelana neholo labo noma cha. Those are the things that have to be investigated because there's a lot that is hidden. A lot of people have been arrested for absolutely no reason. Why Longwe is so protected? Family, just drop your comment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bravo, bravo, bravo.